Alrighty, I'm officially live. I'm gonna ensure you're all able to hear me. Alrighty. Y'all able to hear me? I mean, obviously, because my mic is currently, like, unmuted. But yo, what's good, chat? How y'all feeling today? Feeling blessed. Back with more of me playing GTA 5 online. I got to do plenty of missions, chat. Plenty. Like, plenty as I possibly could. But yeah, I did some research on, like, how I'm gonna place an impeachment towards Donald Trump next year, where they and where they can place, or where I could debate on it being 7 plus to run for president instead of lowering it to 22, because like my adopted daughter I'm gonna adopt next year is gonna be 7, and if Trump is removed from office next year after the impeachment for like a couple or few months, then like I'll pretty much be in office at exactly 21 next year, not 22. And my homie, so I'll pretty much be in office as the first president. Hopefully my term is indefinite. I'll have to see. And I wouldn't necessarily abuse my power and wouldn't necessarily be a dictator. My homie Farhan will be the second president at exactly 23 years old next year. And my adopted daughter will, my future adopted daughter will be 7 years old next year. Yeah, pretty much she'll be 7 years old next year. So pretty much she's like pretty much 6 at the moment, I would say. If I would adopt her next year and she's like 7, then you know, or whenever her birthday is. What if she's like about to turn 8 next year? I want her to be like turn 7 next year. So when I adopt her, I want to know when her birthday is, you know. And pretty much she'll be like the 3rd president. Give me chat. And my homie Farhan and my future daughter, or future adopted daughter, whatever her name is gonna possibly be. Ooh, I gotta make the tires permanent. Excuse me, chat.
I'm guessing you don't want a back rub. How can I help? I take it this isn't purely a social call. Of course not. You're in trouble and you need my help. No problem.
Whoa! Hey! Whatever.
He's able to run. But yeah, so yeah, she'll pretty much be 7. So then afterwards, chat. So like, yeah, then that's just what I'm hoping for next year, you know. Daniel, yo, what's good? I feeling about the yeah. I definitely do. I definitely do. As long as if your name is recognizable, Well, obviously it would be. Then, you know, how you been, bro? How you been, bro, man? Like, have you been quite busy? Like, I'm quite curious. Or just have you not been enjoying my stream lately? Okay, I gotta head to this place. Cause yeah, apparently my tires are not like bulletproof. Well, I have enough, so I'm gonna see how much I'm gonna be wasting. But yeah, I have to have 2 mil or something. Damn. I was hoping that it would lower, like, as part of the Black Friday deal, and it was just specifically associated with GTA 5 Online. Oh, good though.
What's wrong with her now?
It's fucked. Like, I was hoping it had bulletproof tires. Yeah, see, it's not bad.
Should be running better than ever.
I'm not gonna add plenty of shit, I'm gonna be saving. I just need to add that bulletproof tire. Are you able to remove it, or... Fit tracker to your vehicle... That's automatic. Sport is potentially. Cause look how much it is. I gotta save. If you're like not saving, then you could spend on whatever. But then potentially you're gonna wanna save. You know? Like I've worked my way up. I used to have $0 or whatever, and then apparently I've worked my way up. I'm pretty sure because the more money you earn, the more you save. Wheels.
This is the same stuff they use on armored cars, you know.
Okay. Yeah, plus I'm pretty sure I shot it as well, that's the whole point. But yeah, well, Daniel, how you been? How old are you at the moment? Like, how old are you? Are you like a 10? 9 still? Or like how old are you at the moment? Like 10, 9? The last time I played with you, you were like 9. Or no, 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 no. Hold up, I'm pretty sure you were 10 last year and 11. Are you like 11? Or are you... I'm quite curious. Oh yeah, chat, earlier I've witnessed a centipede, and I'm like, it's autumn, so why exactly is it here? Well, they're pretty much what's in their house, so regardless, they'll just find an area that's warm. And it's the same one that came from the same spot, and I'm like, why is it remaining there? Is it just like its nest? Or something? Something? The total of from the arcade, yeah, that's not much. Yeah, I've just witnessed. Hold on, let me see where I left off. Because when my head hurts, it'll overall, it'll overall take quite a bit of process, like overall, you know, so you know. Yeah, that's what I mentioned about. So, I didn't have to necessarily check. But, yeah, chat, my homie Angel's not able to play GTA 5 online. Apparently he was tired. He was tired, I meant. Or because he was watching WWE and then he was busy and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I'm tired, you know. Yeah, I'm quite pissed. Now the submarine is going to be in the 2 mils. It's gonna take me a while. Y'all, you already know that shit, right? It's gonna take me a fucking long while. And I don't necessarily want to do the heist. I hate it. I hate the casino heist. I want the kill Perico. Don't worry, potentially I'll get it. Potentially. But, what's it called?
What would you say?
But yeah, I am gonna adopt one next year. In Michigan. Like, I specifically mentioned Michigan. Please be me as a host. If it's another person, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be. Typically, the first time, it's gonna be. Yep, I figured. Wait, hold up. Was I the host? If I was, I would have kicked that person. Oh, girl, chill.
Yes, Tasha, I do remember what happened last time. Why you gotta wreck my flow?
Hold me, hear this.
Because that bitch is in jail now. That's how I know. He's not cheating anymore, okay? Whatever, girl. You being a hater. Call me when you feeling supportive of me.
Well, once a hater, always a hater? Nah, I'm playing. How you doing? You do realize I'm taller than you. I'm playing. You can't, I can't play like that, come on. How tall is he? Like 6 feet? We don't play like that. I mean, he seems like my height, so...
How's it going?
How's it going? It's going great. I'm feeling blessed. And I am quite stressed and anxious, which that's specifically associated with my traumatic situation, like overall, you know? So you know. But hey, overall, it's all good. I'm relieving it and managing it, like overall, you know? So you know. So you know, Simeon, Gucci, and thank fucking goodness I'm the host. But the first time it seemed like I was, unless it was the other individual, because I was gonna remove that bitch. Well, I wouldn't call them a bitch, but you know what I'm specifically referring to. And my oh my, oh, we're gonna do this one. Oh, I love this one. I love this heist. Or excuse me, not heist. My bad. It overall, it'll overall take quite a time to process. Like overall, you know. So you know. And excuse me. Like overall, it'll overall take quite a time to process. Like overall, you know. So you know, which that is specifically associated with my traumatic situation, you know, so, like, overall. And, like I specifically mentioned within my recent live stream, but yeah, as I specifically mentioned within my recent live stream, last live stream, and as I'm gonna specifically mention within this current live stream is full mental maturity 7+, the brain is fully formed and fully developed afterwards, and you know, despite the age formula being temporary, you know, so you know. So despite me, like overall taking quite a while for me to process, like overall, you know, so you know, which is specifically associated with my traumatic situation, like overall, you know, so, like, I feel...
You gotta go! You fucker!
Like, I feel that I overall have, you know, full mental maturity 7+. My brain being fully formed and fully developed after birth. Especially how mentally it's fully formed and it's been fully developed mentally, like, 7+. And, you know, despite the age from us, like, overall, you know, so, you know, so. No, shit, I gotta head towards... Well, I wouldn't necessarily have... Okay, I gotta leave. You do shoot at me. Okay. The one that are overall movie is what I'm gonna head towards. Pretty sure this one? No. Anything that's moving, I'll consider heading towards because it will possibly go long distance and like overall chat, like I mentioned with my recent live streams, last live stream, and as I'm gonna specifically mention with this current live stream, like overall, it'll overall take quite a while in the process, like overall, you know, so. So I gotta head towards that individual. Thank goodness it's overall one because I for real need just one specific vehicle, so one of those monster trucks apparently. Bitch, what you gonna do about it, son? Already. Oh, there's another one. Bitch. Let's head towards here. Language. Don't necessarily take the Lord name in vain. Our God Almighty Jesus Christ. That one NPC was saying Jesus Christ, like that's fucked up. And I'm not taking his Lord name in vain. I'm just giving an example of what that individual is mentioning. For real, for real. Whoa! Oh, I love this. Alrighty. Shit. Alright, I gotta get that thing. My bad, I was thinking about something personal, but at the same time, simultaneously, like I just gotta focus on the vehicle. Well, I gotta destroy this. Okay.
Man up! I'll go! There's no way out!
Okay, let's head towards there. Alright. So yeah, I gotta pretty much make plenty of money because I gotta surprise my homie with that submarine, you know. I pretty much gotta make plenty of money, so. Fucking blow this. Shit. Alright. I'm gonna consider heading towards them, so might as well. Or is that the cops talking overall, or is that like an AI voice operation? Like, oh man, hold on. Let me see what vehicle I gotta consider heading towards. My bad for not necessarily chatting as much, because when stressed and anxious chat, which is specifically associated, like, which my stress and anxiety is specifically associated with my traumatic situation, like overall, you know. So you know, like, I'll typically not necessarily chat as much, and that's why I'm yawning at certain times. to relieve that shit or those shit specifically, like overall, you know. So you know, which is to cool my brain. And to relieve them, you know, my stress and anxiety, which is specifically associated with my traumatic situation, like overall, you know, so you know, jeez. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, but anyway, I gotta head towards the other car. My shit is like very, very immediate with the speed, like overall, you know, so you know. Oh shit. But just the one that had like what's in Northern California, what's in the game, like overall, you know, so you know, okay. Alright, I gotta consider heading towards that shit. Quite curious if she is resting in peace currently at the very moment, or not necessarily. Come on, come on. Get that shit. Get that shit. Fuck you, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up, you bitch. Cocksucker. Bitch. My bad, chat. I'm just focusing on the game. So. Hold on, give me a minute, chat. I'm gonna think about something first real quick. I jumped my bad. What the fuck not, bro? My bad. Just ensuring that my mic is unmuted, obviously. So. Obviously it is. Because like overall, you know, it'll overall take close and proper, like, overall, you know, so you know. So. Right. Plus, after like a few bits over to consider. Oh man, y'all know why I'm yawning. I'm just gonna possibly consider watching Henry Danger, like I am. But yeah, afterwards, I'm supposed to see what mission I'm supposed to consider doing afterwards. Like overall, you know, so, you know. Excuse me. Fuck them. White ass, black ass niggers. And I'm not calling each of them a slave. I'm not calling each of them a slave. I'm calling them. I'm saying each of you white and black fuck yous, meaning like in Nigerian, which they would refer to as negar instead of nigger. So sounds quite like cigar when I mentioned negar, you know. Also can smoke cigar someday, but the healthier one. So I won't necessarily age and shit. Alrighty.
Hey, which one of my skills is required? Okay, so you're in serious trouble, and you need my help. Okay.
Shut the fuck up, Lester. Man, man, this is the first mission overall what's in this live stream playthrough. So might as well consider doing, might as well playing a couple missions. But yeah, what I want to fucking do when I'm... Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking bitch-ass nigger GTA game? Fuck this game. Well, I hope I figure out a way to escape. I was hoping to have a peaceful moment just chatting about my life. Possibly my daughter's life. Like when I have daughters. Sons and daughters, but I pretty much want to focus on my daughters and sons, but they're girls, so I want them to be included, not excluded, you know. So, well, when I'm 21, because you know how the current law is, which I'll make plenty of changes either next year or 2 more years, depends on when I'm president, because you already know, chat, full mental maturity 7+, the brain is fully formed and fully developed after birth, and you know, despite the age from lesbian temple, you know, so, you know. This is very bullshit, chat. I would love to be a cop in real life, but I hate the GT5 cop. I would prefer the GT6 cop, chat, so.
Hello. What can I do for you?
But yeah, anyway, next year, I'll definitely consider smoking plenty of weeds, cigars possibly, not cigarettes. I'm gonna ban cigarettes. I think cigarettes should be banned. Blunts? Hey, that's the healthier version of cigarettes. Blunt, mix of tobacco and weed, or cannabis, or marijuana. Pretty much all synonyms. Or I can talk about my kids, chat. Like what I want them to do, obviously. And I've already mentioned about all that shit with my recent live streams. Just overall. Possibly my last live stream, but possibly my recent live stream overall. Like overall, you know, so you know.
Okay then. Wow. Weirdo.
Shut the fuck up, Lester. Thank goodness. What's the next mission? Possibly this one. Possibly this is gonna be the last one that I'm gonna possibly end it because they're pretty much, but like all the missions are the same. Cause I was hoping to play with Andrew, but it's gonna possibly be later today. Cause it's currently 1:12 at the very moment, so. Well, I'll let my kids smoke weed at like 11 or 12 because when they go through puberty. But what if they smell it? What if they just want it? they're just so encouraged by God Almighty Jesus Christ that they want it. I mean, who knows? Before puberty, I don't want to hurt them. I'm just a badass daddy when I have kids. Like when I have my adopted daughter, I'll possibly let her. Well, she'll be 7. Should I adopt? Should I adopt an 8-year-old or 9-year-old? I'll have to see. But when it comes to having sex talks with my kids, y'all know I'm gonna do it for pleasure, but I have to keep it low key because of the current law. So when I make plenty of those changes, then it wouldn't necessarily matter if it's publicified or just privately of these moments, you know. I like to keep certain of these shits private, because when you have to talk with them, you gotta teach them physically. They want to know. They want to know the feeling of it. Like waiting is fuck. Because you never know what each individual parent does with their kids, you know. Obviously, I know my mom, dad. Well, dad, because obviously, if it's your daughters, you gotta let a guy do it. If they want to know what it's like to have lesbian sex, because I want my kids to be bisexual, I'm not gonna force them. It's their choice. But if they want to be bisexual, then my wife and I have to teach them. Because my wife wants to put her pussy on my daughter's like smaller, tight pussy, and my girl's medium, tight pussy. Because my wife hers is tight, because I've seen it before, but I ain't gonna show on YouTube. I'm trying to make the changes. If I'm like the CEO of YouTube and I have a new policy where sex can have access on YouTube, but no exploitation, meaning don't forcefully upload it, meaning like if someone doesn't feel comfortable, then don't. You know, so I mean, if y'all want to see some of that, then you're gonna have to watch me on porn. Not Pornhub. Possibly like, what kind of porn? I have my own porn. It's gonna be called Eden.com because Eden is paradise, and that is where the fun occurs. Because Adam and Eve, they were like 7. I've already mentioned about them with my recent life, and they imagine just the AI version of Eve. Oh, you gotta imagine that her pussy was small, or is small. Not was, because she is still who she is from back then, from Garden of Eden, to when she had to leave it because of Satan. And they didn't sin. It was Satan, pretty much. Yeah, because Satan, and all the way until they had to have heaven. And until today, while they're still currently in this heavenly realm, I bet Adam is possibly putting his medium dick inside of her. I'm pretty sure his is small, but it's able to erect to a medium size. And hers is small and tight, but able to flex. Be flexible, you know. Like, for example, a toddler vagina wouldn't be flexible. So pretty much 7+ it would possibly. Or when you're fully a kid, physically, like while temporarily physically a kid / travels in your mortal body, then it possibly could be, you know. So, and if someone's watching me, then they'll be like, hey man, I love those biological facts. These biology facts, you know. Hey, it's what I do. And psychological and neuroscience facts. Because psychology is about the mind and behavior. Mind is more of like the mental state, and behavior is mentally as well. And neuroscience is pretty much of the brain itself. So, just a development, which physically it's fully formed and fully developed after birth, but mentally it's fully formed, but not fully developed until like 7+. So when you're like 7 years old and beyond that, you would witness that full developmental stage of it. Cause my cousin Winter, she's like 6. She's like, when you're 6 and small physically, you can't use a leaf blower. I agree, but when you're 7, you possibly could, or if you go through puberty. Just depends on the leaf blower, though. I'd say when you go through puberty because of how much impact it would possibly have. If it doesn't hurt you though, then who knows? Just depends on the size itself, and then you can like make an upgrade because you've gone through puberty and you have muscles. And tall enough. So if you're taller, you're pretty much taller than the item itself. So. Anyway. So that's all I'll do with my daughters. I'll teach them. And they could possibly be on my porn when they're 7+. just so they can enjoy the experience. So porn would be 7+, because on porn, my policy would be no pregnancy, because if it's sex for pleasure, and making out, or just kissing. Well, if you kiss, it's like a peck on a lip. Making out's like you're kissing, but you're going like deep. Very deep. Remember how I mentioned I have a crush on Caleb's sister? He doesn't know. Well, no, he does, but I'm gonna mention to him on the call saying, "Hey, remember when I had a crush? When I mentioned I have a crush on your sister?" And he's like, "Yeah, I remember." And I'm like, "Hey, you cool if I have it with her, like the sex, but for pleasure, no pregnancy?" I mean, she may go through puberty, but I say when she's like 10 or 11, depends when I make those changes. If it's next year, then she'll be like 10. But she has to go through puberty. If she's, I mean, she is. If she is, then she could, but you never know. Possibly when she's 11 or like 12 or 13 or whatever. But I feel like it's her decision. It's her body, you know. As long as she's not sexually raped and sexually exploited, she would know. So. Plus, I would prefer a smaller pussy or medium, and it's gotta be tight. Because that would ensure that the dick doesn't slide out. Like typically when they're 7+. So. Or 5 or 6. Or 5 and 6 if they started early puberty. 7 though, it would be overall because you're like gonna start puberty potentially, so it's prepared to be flexible, so.
Get the hell back! Shit. Come on! They're down! You're going down! You! I'm reloading! Drop down, idiot! You're fucking dead! 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 You're dead!
Don't come, don't come! I mean, that means like don't head towards me. Pussy?
Die! 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 Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Screw you! You got shot! You trying to get killed over here? Oh! I'll kill you! Ah! Oh my God! Ah! Go get fucked! Ah! Dimwit shithead! Ah!
Gotta deposit the money. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use it to buy plenty of ammo. Ready. Excuse me. Okay, watch this. Oh, I gotta move my car though. Don't also want it to explode. Hold up.
Holy shit!
Nah, I'm pretty sure you are.
Oh God!
What the? Oh, damn!
Fuck.
Shit!
Ain't that bullshit shit. Okay, Okay, it's gotta be a bit fast. Watch. Oh! Okay, guys, take a bounce in person real quick. I'm back, my bad. I was thinking about something personal, so. Okay, my bad. Chat. So overall, like, it'll overall take quite a few process, like, overall, you know? So, you know. So, that's the point why all this shit exploded. Well. Goddamn. But yeah, so yeah, my daughter's gonna vape, smoke weed. I'm hoping they start puberty like 8 or 9 or 7. I just want them to hit that vape, smoke that weed, smoke some cigars. Blunt, hookah, joint, just whatever shit. Anything that cause it, that can like make them inhale those shit. Want them to drink, want them to gamble, want them to hit the strip clubs, 7 plus. They can take an Uber. They'll be like, hey daddy, we're just Los Angeles girls. We want to get freaky naked, 7 plus. And review our small ass pussies. And be very tight as fuck. And they wouldn't necessarily care about the dick size, you know. But they won't have the tits. So I'm hoping if they go to puberty, they can show some tits. Before they even hit the strip club. Well, actually, it doesn't necessarily matter. They wouldn't necessarily need the tits. But when you wear bras, when there's no, like, tits, what I mean is just not, like, developing or whatever, and it's just like that. Like, no milk occurring or developing, like, fully formed, not fully developed. The breast. It's just flat, like, you can just witness the ribs specifically. So the fat, like, occurs in terms of it developing. See me chat. So I'm hoping that my adopted daughter has some. I can play with them. 7 plus, you know. When I make those changes, people wouldn't necessarily care. But considering the fact that the law is current, despite me making those changes in exactly 1 more year, like, you know, 1 more year, or like in exactly 2 more years, depending, like overall, you know, so you know, like regardless, like overall, you know, so, like I would, you know, I gotta have to teach her when I make those changes. A teacher was like, so much touch your tits. Like you don't necessarily just have to talk, you have to teach her, or teach your daughters, you know. But when I make those changes, for me, I'll keep it private and low key. So. Oh yeah, and they'll have a tattoo at like 7 plus, or they have to go to puberty. I would say puberty, so like 8 or 9 they can have a tattoo. Just depends on their pain tolerance as well. If it's my biological one, they'll be like me. But if it's like my adopted one, I gotta ask her, like, you know. And if she's like, I'm 7 years old, I can't have a tattoo. Or if I'm 8 or 9 years old, I can't have a tattoo. I'll say, don't worry, I've already made those changes as president. And I'll be like, you'll be president as well. You would demand those changes. Not demand it, but encourage them. Or I could give her, one privately, and she can review it when I make those changes. And I'll mention, you can't arrest her simply because she got a tattoo before I make those political changes in terms of the aging laws and just overall, and just plenty of the laws. Although, like, if she's over 7 years old, then, you know, can't. Whether she's 7 years old or over it, I'm gonna adopt her when she's like 7. She's gonna have to have light brown hair, blue eyes, freckles, and just Caucasian skin. And I would hope that the pussy is small and tight. And I'm hoping that it's medium when she's like a preteen, it's medium, teenager it's medium, and prime adolescent I'm hoping it's medium. But she'll be a cute when I adopt her, so it'll be like small. Or I wish it's small her whole life, because my girl, hers is small and it's like, not because she's skinny, it's because God Almighty doesn't know what's up. So yeah, I'm gonna clap my girls. Plus, she looks like a 12 years old, so pretty much her appearance is associated with being a 12 years old, despite her living for exactly 24 years. And I love my girl, you know. And my girl's gonna have to play GTA. Oh yeah, but my kids are not gonna play GTA 5. I'm gonna be removing it, banning it for the way it's created, for the game development of the game itself, like GTA 5. Story mode and online. Just the overall GTA 5. Or GT6, and just beyond GT6, my kids are gonna play it. Because my first one's gonna be born on exactly the year 2027, so her name's gonna be Roosevelt. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She'll be 5 years old when I give birth, or not me giving birth. When my wife gives birth to my son, I'm hoping I have that son on exactly the year 2032. So she'll be 5 years old. It's all good. She'll be 5 years old when I have a son. So 2034 she'll be 7. So she'll be playing GT6 though, because GT7 would release on exactly 2037, which is like the late 2030s before the 2040s occur. And I bet people are gonna talk about GT8. Would I make a delay for GT7? Because I am going to be the CEO of Rockstar. What about my adopted daughter? Possibly. I mean, I want her to. Want her to hit college with me. And make those changes to where she could while she's at school, study for education, and then college for a career. Because university is pretty much for your career, and you just study shit. It's for a career, pretty much. And if you want to study advanced subjects, so that you can, like, gain plenty of credits while in school, but gain more while in college. So gain more for school, and gain more for college, and then while you remain in college, you'll gain plenty, so. Well, this mission has ended, so I'm just gonna, not end the stream, but just leave the mission. I don't necessarily care how much money I have, because me and my homie are gonna play tomorrow. And I'm wishing he could play with my daughter. I'm gonna make him change his mind. Mention that he could play with younger individuals. Just don't be in a relationship with them. I mean, her and I are gonna talk dirty, my daughter. My adopted one, oh my gosh, we possibly will. I'm hoping I'm hoping she has tits. I'm pretty sure when you're 7 you could. You just notice it from their shirt. Like my 11-year sister, it is like Rhea Ripley's. Not as big though, not too big. So pretty much yours can be very huge. So you pretty much that's what I mean by a specific developmental phase. Meaning like I specifically mentioned with my recent live streams, what's in this current gaming channel. Like that's what I mean. I just mean like just how hers is. Would I teach my sister what it's like besides me talking about it? Possibly when I make those changes. she possibly want to be interested, but at the moment she doesn't. She doesn't feel interested in terms of having physical sex. Well, it is physical because you're penetrating, but I'm not gonna get her pregnant. Nope. It's actually a sin to get your own sister pregnant as a brother. So, because you remember I told me this game, I don't want it to be like that. Because we're siblings, and we're not half siblings. We are full siblings. And do I have a half brother though? So my brother is from a different mom, but the same dad. I'm asking my dad, is Jonathan my half brother because he's from you but different mom? Or like full brother, like full on brother, meaning like regardless it's more of like the different dad, not the different mom. I would say it's more of the different dad though, because like I have a brother, I have a little brother, but I feel like it's more of a different dad, right? Am I right? Or is it more of like whether you have a different dad or different mom? But like it's a different dad to the same mom, but different mom to the same dad. What else in chat?
Holy fuck, man.
But yeah, but yeah, we'll have a great time. Me and my adopted daughter. But yeah, my loving sister, like I mentioned, yeah, I'll teach her. So yeah, I'll teach her. And I said 7-year-old daughter, not 11-year-old. I would, but I don't want her to have the mood swings, because it depends on the adopted daughter. And then as she grows, who knows if she'll have mood swings or not. It's more of how she's raised as well. Just ensure that the demons can enter and interfere with mood swings. That's how mood swings occur. I mean, the hormones would occur, but you can't necessarily let that interfere, so it's more of how they're raised. Like, Valentine wasn't raised right, so that's why the mood swings are very, very bitching. But yeah, I'm gonna see Zootopia 2 with my sister, or not my sister, my girl. And I want to make out with her in the movies at the movie theater. You could. And my girl and I get to buy kids at the movie theater if they're not by their parents. But you know what? You know how the current law is. Even though I'm gonna make plenty of changes in exactly 2 more years, like, why go with your parents? I get it. You want to see with them because they are your parents. But sometime if you're 7+, you should enjoy that independence. Because I specifically mentioned that 7+, like how I specifically mentioned full mental maturity 7+, the brain is fully formed after birth. And you know, despite the age cutoff being temporarily, like overall, you know, like how I specifically mentioned, like, you're like mentally mature / mentally adult, pretty much adulthood, like, you know, pretty much official adulthood mentally, obviously. Pretty much you're fully mentally mature, fully independent, fully responsible, have full responsibility. Pretty much that's like, it has nothing to do with the legal shit, but full legal responsibility. Unfortunately, the current law, you know how it is, it's 18+, it's fucked up. But once I make those changes in exactly 2 or 1 more year, it'll be like 7+. Because like I mentioned, like I especially mentioned with some of my recent live streams and the last live stream, and what I'm especially mentioned with this current live stream. Yeah, as I'm specifically mentioned within this current live stream, full mental maturity is 7+, not necessarily 18+. Full mental maturity is not necessarily 18+. You know, simply because 18+ is a myth and an assumption made by the U.S. government and certain country governments. And the brain is fully formed and fully developed after birth, not necessarily 25+, because 25+ is a myth and an assumption as well, especially 30 or 35+. Being a myth and assumption as well, which people can assume that you would reach your full mental maturity those ages as well, which not really. You won't necessarily reach full mental maturity 25+ or 30+ either, because those are myths and assumption as well by the U.S. psychologists and neuroscientists and certain countries' psychologists and neuroscientists, you know. So pretty much, full mental maturity is not necessarily 18 plus, it's not necessarily 25 plus, and it's not necessarily 30 plus or 35 plus. So pretty much, your brain itself is not necessarily fully formed and fully developed 25 plus, 30 plus, or 35 plus. So overall, the facts are that full mental maturity is not necessarily 18 plus, not necessarily 25 plus, not necessarily 30 plus, and not necessarily 35 plus. And the brain itself is not necessarily fully formed and fully developed 25 plus, 30 plus, or 35 plus. So the facts are full mental maturity 7 plus, the brain is fully formed and fully developed after birth, and you know, despite the age chronologically temporally, you know, so. But yeah, for my daughter though, she would have sex for pleasure, marriage, wedding, going on a date, and dating 7 plus. But for pregnancy, 11 or 12 plus. But I'm hoping it's at a very young age, like 8, 9, or 10 for her. For my adopted daughters, or my adopted daughter, and biological daughter, and whatever my son's wife is, it's 7 plus. Like if they're gonna get pregnant at a very young age or not, like 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, 12 years old, or excuse me, 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old, and beyond that. Pretty much. Well, we call left or off. I don't want to constantly run into people, so that's why. Oh my fucking goodness! I almost mentioned oh my fucking lord, but God of my Jesus Christ is the Lord. Now we'll never necessarily cuss him out because overall chat, it overall takes preference process like overall, you know. So you know, so. It's just my stress and anxiety, you know. So. Yeah, you know.
Why, hello, how you doing? How can I help? I take it this isn't purely a social call. Of course not. You're in trouble and you need my help. No problem.
Chat, I'm gonna think about something personal real quick. I tried back. I was like about 60 personnel. But yeah, what else could my daughter possibly do? I'll get her own crib at a young age or whatever. I'll say 11 or 12 years old. Then I can visit her. It would be cool to clap my daughter 7 plus. Her ass will be small, her pussy will be small and tight. Pretty sure pussies were made to be small and tight. But Eve, I'm gonna create an AI version of her and see how she would moan. Like how the first girl slash woman slash lady slash female moaned. That would be like, like, especially when she was like 7 eternally indefinitely, just eternally and indefinitely, like physically killed my child. Eternally indefinitely, like did she have tits? Possibly like tiny ones. Just so she could breastfeed. But she was like the only one who had the tiniest one in history compared to others within their mortal body. She was not necessarily within her mortal body. The only one who weren't within their mortal body is God of Jesus Christ, Adam and Eve, Virgin Mary, and obviously Lucifer, but he was like a hybrid being. Like they weren't necessarily within their mortal body. So pretty much overall, just overall humans, what superhumans? Well, God of Jesus Christ is a superhuman. Overall, just humans overall, God of Jesus Christ, Mary, and Adam and Eve didn't necessarily, like they weren't necessarily within their mortal body. Like I am within, but I'm just like perfect, like holy divine through like the Lord God of Jesus Christ. Especially my gift of knowledge. Excuse me. Especially my gift of knowledge through like God of Jesus Christ. You know? What could I possibly do with my daughter? Look what I could possibly think of. Oh, she could have a bank account. She could have plenty of money. Take a shower with her. Hey, it's my daughter. We're meant to. 7 plus though for her. But I'll say all ages because when you're in the shower, you're not gonna have sex. But if I were to have sex with her in the shower, then I will wait until she's 7 plus. But it's my adopted daughter, so I can pretty much do whenever or whatever with her. I want to see what it's like for a 7 plus individual to have weed. Well, I mean like 7 years old. But I'm actually 7 plus, so. Like, what the fuck do they have if they have weed? They should have allowed a feature for AJ for the Walking Dead. Like how they did for Clem for the Walking Dead season 2. I'm pretty sure they allowed it because like it's 11 Clem and not an 8 or 9-year-old anymore. She didn't start her puberty. And you can notice she had PTSD. Just the way she acts. In terms of the storyline, like how Melissa Hudson was just voice acting her. Like yeah, how Melissa Hudson was voice actor. But I feel like those who are temporarily physically kids slash spouse in their mortal body should voice act a kid character that is temporarily physically a kid slash spouse in their mortal body. Like pretty much on Darman I could be like a teenage character because I can mimic one and cause I look 13 or 16 even though I am like past post puberty and being a prime adolescent has nothing to do with aging. It's more of like how long you've lived for, so that's what a prime adolescent typically means. So. Oh, I'll let her drive at 11 or 12 years old? Definitely not at 7 years old, yeah, never. That's like more of like 11 or 12. But I want to see what it's like if she smokes weed. But I'm gonna be her doctor. Because I know for a fact when you're a doctor, you gotta observe the vagina. So when she's 7. Well, doctor do it all ages. It's more of like puberty wise to observe, ensure like how it's developing. Because the vagina's only formed, but developing, being small and tight is perfect size, but within the mortal body, and unfortunately it can't be small and tight. Well, it can be tight throughout your whole life, like pre-puberty, post-puberty, or pre-puberty, the starting of puberty, during puberty, and after puberty. Pretty much my girl pussy has been tight and small her whole life. Excuse me, unless it's medium, who knows? But she is tall, so it's gotta be medium. I would prefer a small or medium one, but if it's big, like those who are prime adolescents, then with benefits, I want to like just fuck a huge vagina, but who knows? But yeah, if it's my son, if he's bisexual, would I suck his dick? Possibly not. If he's 7 plus, I wouldn't. My wife can teach him. Or I could, but I feel like I don't want to be bisexual. I just want to be... And people say that boys slash men slash guys slash males can be lesbian. Pretty much they are lesbian, because you are in fact attracted to girls. It's not girl to girl. Well, it is girl to girl, but it could be boy to girl. And then gay can mean like boy to boy and girl to boy. So, wait. Straight is just like, oh, I'm straight. This is who I am. I'm like fixed. Fixed guy, and I'm meant to be attracted to girls. Slash woman, slash lady, slash female. 7 plus. Sure about that? Like... Yeah, I hope my children doesn't necessarily have a traumatic situation like the one I pretty much have, so... Hoping they're like they're perfect, but hoping their life is perfect. Like, I'm perfect, but my life is not as perfect. But it is quite a bit, though. Like, overall, you know, so you know. But yeah, I want to see if my daughter can smoke weed. But that's just my feeling itself. So I would possibly do it next to her. Like, she could be sitting near me, and if she loves the smell, then I can just do it. But yeah, I wouldn't allow her because she has to go to puberty. That's just the lung is fully developed, but it enlarges, and then her brain's gonna enlarge rapidly. I don't want her brain to be damaged. I'll be not a great father. It's just that I have that feeling that I want to be a badass father and allow her, but be badass one when she's at a young age, but during puberty. If she starts puberty at 8 or 9, then shit, allow her. But like I say, hey, are you going to puberty at 7 years old? Like, have you started this rare puberty that is through God Almighty Jesus Christ, not necessarily Satan slash Lucifer, or Lucifer slash Satan? And she's like, no, I'm not going to puberty, Dad. I'm your adopted father, but I have my parents' genes, and that's just how my physically developed. If she talked to me like that, I'll be like, wow, that is so cool. I mean, she is 7 years old, so she is gonna know what's up. Trust me. I possibly have sex the first time I adopted her. She'll possibly feel comfortable. 7 plus. But she is gonna be 7 years old, so that is considered 7 plus. It's from the age of 7 and beyond. So, pretty much I can do any scene that isn't considered sinful slash illegal, which isn't sinful slash illegal. Just that the current law, they would make it sinful slash illegal, which isn't necessarily. But when I make those changes in exactly like 1 year or the year after next year, then if it's in 2 years, then you know. But I'm hoping it's next year, because I did research and it mentions that the impeachment will be like a few months. And I'm hoping to have triple presidency, because my daughter would possibly want to be my adopted daughter. And if any boys ask for nudes, if it's like someone in his 30s, he can't be a perv or like a pedophile, meaning like a sex offender, like someone who would sexually rape and sexually exploit. Just overall, it's lustful. Like, you remember how I was playing with Michael? What's my recent live stream? And I was walking back and forth and running back and forth, like pretty much making him walk back and forth and run back and forth when I was like towards his crib, like in front of it, in the front yard. So overall, just don't. If he's not lustful overall and he's going for lust, that's all that matters when it comes to benefits. But we have to have a threesome, meaning two boys slash men slash guys slash males and just one girl slash woman slash female. Which is pretty much my 7-year-old adopted daughter when it comes to sex. I'm hoping YouTube can keep it private of what I specifically mentioned, but you know the Beyond family, there's this one girl that I have a crush on. Hoping they don't watch it, because usually when you're famous, they would want to watch it. But when I'm the CEO of YouTube, because I'm hoping I'm famous in 2 more years or 1 more year. Hopefully 2 more years though, if I'm not president next year. Just overall. Just so, because if I'm famous, they're gonna watch every live stream they possibly could, watch the whole thing. They'll be so interested in just watching it. And if I, because there's gonna be for someone I mentioned about. Oh yeah, when I mentioned, yeah, when I make those changes, yeah, you know how I can do whatever I want and like, because it's sinful slash illegal, even though it's not necessarily because of different law. But when I make those changes in exactly 1 year or the year after, which is like 2 more years after the year after the year after next year, so I would pretty much. Like, for example, like, you can't drink at a bar until you're 21. That is just stupid. Especially when it's 18. People are saying they want to lower to 18. Lower to 11 or 12. Because there's one country that allows a 13-year-old. To 11 or 12, it wouldn't have to matter. Because my homie RJ mentioned he loves the taste of beer, but sometimes he doesn't. Hey, I'm like that as well. I love the taste of beer, but then I make that face like, ugh. And I understand what, okay, oh yeah, I was gonna mention it, but overall, like, it overall takes a lot. But like overall, it'll overall take quite a bit of like overall, you know, so. But like, I get it because overall, it'll overall take quite a bit like overall, you know, so. When it comes to like alcohol itself, the taste of it. Like, I get why my dad would put the shot like halfway in the cup itself, because then it's a taste tolerance. Well, my taste bud is damaged, the nerve, taste bud nerves. So that is the whole point. I love the taste of alcohol, but if it's like Fireball, oh my gosh, it adds that spice towards it. But I'm gonna mention to my sister, why don't you want alcohol? It's not bad to have alcohol, just don't have too much of it. It's not healthy, just have it once in a while. Because I mentioned to Ra'ad, my homie, that I was gonna give him get alcohol for him for like his birthday, but I'll get him an energy drink. Hoping I can hang out with him tomorrow. But at the same time, my mom can after the mall, but I won't be after the mall. It's not that I'm gonna be home alone, do nothing. And I can mention my mom saying, hey, can I get this play or whatever. Like my sister's gotta let me. Like, what exactly am I gonna consider doing? Like, I have not done anything towards her. And she doesn't want me to have to do a movie because she's like, you're gonna be 21. Are you stupid? I'm allowed to watch it. No offense. And I'm just gonna mention about one person that I've outsmarted, because my sister, she's physically young, obviously, as well like me. She's chronologically 17 and a half, because she's gonna be chronologically 18 this year. And not mentally wise. Possibly a bit mentally wise, but I'm mentally wise, meaning like I'm more mentally wiser. Meaning like, I'm not necessarily an asshole, I'm not necessarily a dumbass, and like, I'm pretty much a smartass. Like, I am the smartass, like overall, you know, so you know, so. Wait, my daughter, yeah, we'll have a great time. We'll have a sweet ass time. What was I gonna mention? I have to go back to where I left off. Fucking hate it. We're like overall, it overall take off like overall.
Hey,
you know,
what's
so,
up?
you know, so.
Oh, how can I help? Can't handle the heat, my friend? Okay, leave it with creepy Uncle Lester.
What up, chat? But yeah, I watched Zootopia 2 with my wife, you know, so. Oh yeah, but yeah, anyway, but the girl I mentioned. So, you know Madison Beyond, chat? For those who do know? Well, I pretty much have a crush on her, and she's 11 years old, so. I could possibly do this her privately if I meet her next year or the year afterwards. Whether she's 11 or 12, because she's gonna be 12 next year. But she's 11, so hopefully on June or July next year, we could possibly have sex for pleasure and make out, take her on a date. I can't marry her, so I can't marry her. I can't have a wedding with her, because pretty much I have to add her to my polygamy relationship. I possibly could, but I don't necessarily want to marry and have a wedding with her. I would just love her as a great, lovely friend in the future. Pretty much my future friend. Pretty much my girlfriend. Well, obviously, because that's like a friend. That's a girl, you know. Girls like woman slash relationship, you know, for her overall, and just pretty much any girl slash woman slash relationship, overall, you know, so. But yeah, so I can pretty much take her on a date. Well, I can't date her either. I can't know her. Well, I can't get to know her. I would obviously know who she is overall, so.
I totally have to take.
But like, I'm not gonna get to know her on a romantic level, pretty much. I'm not gonna date her. I can only take her on a date, have sex for pleasure, and meaning I can't get her pregnant. I gotta have sex for pleasure, and like I can take her on a date, have sex for pleasure, and make out, and just kiss her. Cause you could. Like I want to know what she looks like at the moment, cause she is currently going through puberty at the very moment, and I want to know plenty of those physical changes. So hopefully you keep private what I specifically mentioned, like overall, you know. So. But anyway, chat, I'm gonna end right here. If you want to see more of me playing FIFA 5 online, just plenty of missions like solo or play with my homie Angel, like overall, like whenever I do. Be sure to leave a comment down below. I'll tell you something. I'm gonna end right here. Take it easy, chat.